Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Luna here, and I just got back from the hospital parking lot. I know you're probably like, why were you in the hospital parking lot? Well, I'm going to tell you about this. So, the last 2 days of my life have been the most unluckiest, shittiest days ever, and the most fun, but, okay, it all started 2 days ago, obviously. My friend hit me up and was like, dude, do you want to go to college with me, and I'll give you a tour of the campus? I was like, fuck yeah. And he brings me to his college, shows me around, really cool place, and met some of his friends, really cool. And then we went out to my buddy's house, picked him up, and it was all three of us hanging out, driving around, looking for something to do. And holy fuck, almost got into a brutal car crash. That kind of sucked. We were driving, going like 50 miles an hour. We were going the speed limit, not doing anything illegal whatsoever. And this fuckboy, I don't really know his name, so I'm going to say fuckboy. Little fuckboy pulls out right in front of our car, and he's going like 30 miles an hour. We're going 50, and we almost T-boned him. Like, we would have T-boned him if it wasn't for me, actually, because I saw the guy pull out, and I tapped my friend on the shoulder and was like, dude, look. And he looked and, like, became alert and swerved to the right, and we missed him. But if I wouldn't have seen that, if I would have been looking down at my phone, changing the music or something, we probably would have crashed into him, and that would have sucked, and we were going very fast. Like, it would have been a tragic, tragic accident. So after all this happens, we're driving away, actually going to my other friend's house to pick him up, and on the way to his house, another accident almost happens. We're driving, and at this point, we're going like 60 miles an hour. We're on a main road, we're going really fast, and this girl in front of us, for some reason, decides to slam her brakes. We have no idea why. We don't know what emergency it was. But she slams her brakes, and there was no other cars in front of her. We were the only one, like, near her. And we couldn't slam our brakes in time. We would have hit her. So my friend had to do another swerve to the right and go around her. And that would have been bad, too. So, two really crazy accidents almost happened. And then the next day, okay, I'm hanging out at my buddy's house. I ended up spending the night at his house. So, the next day I woke up and we went over to a park to fly my drone. Because I just bought a drone. Really cool, records videos. I'll be making a video with it soon, don't worry. And I'm making, recording with it. We're at this park, flying it around. And we noticed that they had disc golf trails. And I like trails, and I like going through them and looking at the cool little scenery, objects, whatever you want to call it. So we go in there, we're looking around. And we see that there's vines, okay? There's vines hanging off the trees, and we immediately got the idea to climb them, okay? I know, a stupid fucking idea. You should never do that, because they can break and fall and stuff. But it was my fault, okay? I saw a vine, a very stable-looking one, and it was nice and skinny, so I figured that my friend could climb it easy. And I was like, dude, look, a vine, climb it. So he goes over to it and starts climbing it. I'm whipping out my phone to record it for Vine, obviously, like, how is that not the best joke you've ever seen? I'm just kidding. Vine on a vine, get it? Yeah. Anyway, I'm really stupid. He starts climbing this vine. I pull out my phone, and before I could even open the app, I hear a snap. I hear a fucking snapping noise, and I knew what was coming. So I fucking ducked down, and all of a sudden, I get hit in the head with a vine because it snapped off the tree and came down and smacked me. And I'm lucky that I was wearing two hats. I had my beanie on, and I had my friend's G Fuel hat on because he was wearing my hat. And he made me wear it before he started climbing so it didn't fall off. So that smacked me in the head. Kind of hurt, not really. I had my hands over my head too. It did more damage to my hand than it did to my head. But I ended up being okay. It wasn't a huge deal. It hurt a little bit, but it kind of made it funny. I don't know. It hit me in the head and we kind of laughed about it because I didn't really get hurt. But that kind of, drew the line for that. So we went home and we came back to my house. All right. And this is where we are at now. I got my stuff out of his trunk, brought everything inside, laid down on my bed for a little bit, just kind of ready to make this video. And I came downstairs to make a video about just the two car incidents and the vine hitting me in the head. And I was on Twitter, and I scratched my ear, okay? I had an itch in my ear, and I scratched it. And I pulled my finger away, and there was blood on my finger, okay? There was blood, and I just saw that there was blood on my finger, and I bugged out. I don't know why, I just freaked out, even though there wasn't a huge amount. So I grabbed a tissue, and I started dabbing my ear. Like, I know, I said dab, but I kept on dabbing my ear with a tissue, and I was like, okay, there's blood all over this tissue. Like, every time I kept dabbing my ear, there was blood on it. And, yeah, I'm saying the word dab way too much. But after I realized that it kept bleeding, I was freaking out. So I ran downstairs and had my friend take me to the hospital and overreacted completely. And got to the hospital, and my friend looked at it before we went in and was like, dude, this isn't an emergency, dude. Like, this is not a big deal. You don't have to go to the emergency room, man. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, dude. So I called my mom, I called my dad, and I kind of explained to them what happened. And they were like, no, it's probably fine. Like, I get stuff in my ear all the time that bleeds. Like, it's not a big deal. And we went home, they looked at it, and it's fine. And I was basically just overreacting like a pussy. So, yeah, I thought I would make a whole video explaining everything in the last 2 days, because you guys, for some reason, wanted me to make a video on it because of all my tweets. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click the like button. That really helps. And, leave a comment below. But yeah, I just kind of want to make this video. I feel like I'm in Final Destination or some shit. Like, I feel like the next time I'm gonna be riding in a car, the brakes are just gonna cut out and we're not gonna be able to stop going like 70 miles an hour. So I don't know. If I don't make a video tomorrow or tweet, it means the Oompa Loompas got me. And yeah, I don't know, guys. Just be on the lookout for them Oompa Loompas. I love you guys all so much. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.